In this video, I will cover how to go from soiled Purificators, Corporals, and Lavabo towels to clean, ready-to-use ones. As with any church ministry, it is a great help and privilege and is not to be taken lightly. Purificators are considered soiled after every Mass. Corporals, when visibly dirty or otherwise, about after 1 week, and Lavabo towels vary depending on their style. Traditionally, the priest performs the first washing of the soiled linens in the sacrarium in 2 cycles, or the linens are otherwise left to soak. Lavabo towels do not need to be purified. At my parish, we soak the linens in a jar of water and OxyClean, then after about a day, discard the water, wring out the linens, and hang them to dry. This will vary by parish, but soiled linens should never be put directly into a washing machine. If a sacrarium is unavailable, the linens can be washed in a dedicated container and the water discarded directly onto the ground. This should also be done in 2 cycles. After the linens are dry, they can be put into a washing machine, but need to be secured in a laundry bag. It is most convenient to tie the bag by the mesh, as the drawstring typically won't keep them inside, and tying the drawstring is difficult to undo. If any stains remain on the linens before going into the wash, they can be sprayed with a stain remover. Altar linens should be washed apart from other laundry, and it is recommended to use an odorless, colorless detergent, and it is helpful to use a sanitizer. Linens should never go into a dryer, as they can shrink or warp. Instead, it is best to iron as soon as possible after they are washed. Save the corporals for last when ironing multiple linens. Your hands, the ironing board, and iron should be clean. It is recommended to use a lint roller over the ironing board cover before beginning. The iron should be set to the hottest setting. It is best to iron the linens wet, as this will make it easiest to remove wrinkles. Besides, the linens tend to be thin enough that they begin to dry on their own and the iron will easily finish the job. Just be sure to not let the ironing board cover become oversaturated. A purificator is rectangular with a red cross sewn in the middle. Spread it out on the ironing board as flat, straight, and evenly as possible. Gently move the iron around the linen, removing creases and adjusting as you go. Iron both sides. The side with more visible and tangible stitching tends to be the inner side. Sometimes the cross will look better on the outer side. With the inner side facing up, fold the left and right towards the middle, that is, in thirds. It does not matter which side folds in first. Then fold it in half. The result should be a rectangular linen with the cross on the fold. Iron it folded to secure the creases. In some places, it is customary to have additional folds towards the center to allow the purificator to more cleanly sit atop the chalice. However, if it is not exactly correct, it is more irritating than helpful, so do not make cup folds unless it is the custom in your parish and you know for sure what the dimensions are. The lavabo towel is also a rectangular linen, either with no cross or a red cross stitched in the upper left corner. Iron it to get it dry and remove wrinkles just like the purificator. It should face with the nice end up and the long sides horizontal and the short sides vertical. This can be a confusing fold. First, fold it in half by bringing the top half down. Crease the fold you have created. Then take only the top layer and fold it in half again upwards. Lastly, mirror that fold on the bottom part by folding it around back. I will also demonstrate an alternative perspective for clarity. From the side, the finished towel will have an M shape. Again, iron it as folded to secure it. Corporals are the trickiest linen to iron, as there is only one correct orientation. The folds are not in halves at all. It is starched, and the folds must be sequential. However, it becomes second nature after only a few times. The corporal is perfectly square and has either a cross in the very center, the near center ninth, or both. Assuming there is a near center cross, that makes it easiest to find the orientation. Begin ironing as the other linens. When the creases are removed, it needs to be starched. Lavabo towels and purificators should never be starched. There are starching solutions available pre-made, however, it is easy to make oneself. Simply mix cold water and cornstarch into a white liquid and deposit it into a spray bottle. When not using, it is best to refrigerate. It is important to shake it well before each use to ensure even mixing. Apply an even but adequate coat of the starch solution across the surface of the corporal and iron it dry. Putting too much starch at once can cause it to clump and powder, which can be especially confusing and irritating to the priest, especially when he scrapes the corporal with the paten. It usually takes 2 or 3 coats. Shake the dry corporal to see how starched it is. An adequately starched corporal should be easy to fold and unfold one-handed. If unsure, add another coat. Fold the bottom third up, the top third down, ensuring no gaps between the thirds, but also no unwanted overlaps creasing the edges. Then the right ninth towards the left, and the left ninth over the center. Iron it shut and practice unfolding and folding it to determine if and how it needs to be adjusted. This is a skill that takes practice. The clean linens should be dry, folded correctly, and ready to use. Transport them in a clean, dedicated container if possible.